What is up, guys? My name is Marsha Gaming and welcome to another session of mobbing on Borderlands 2. Tonight I've chosen a weapon that you guys have requested that I do, and that is the Thunderball Fist. Booyaka shaka! Please be OP8! You get this Thunderball Fist from farming Captain Flint or from his son located at Hammerlock's DLC at the place Wham Bam Island. Now, the Thunderball Fist I have is an conspicuous Thunderball Fist. I'm not quite sure what this prefix does by the weapon, but yeah, this is our stats. Damage looks at 421,000. We have a magazine size 13, reload speed 2.3, and a fire rate of 3%. Accuracy is pretty good. Our shock damage looking around 200,000, and our chance is 19%. Now, I'm not sure if this weapon is actually going to fare well against enemies just for basic mobbing, but I guess we'll have to find out. Alright, as usual for my shield, I have been speculating what kind of shield I could use for this. I've heard a lot of people say that the Cradle would work wonders with the Thunderball Fist, but I'm gonna stick to my all-time favorite, the Antagonist, to keep things slagged so we can go ahead and damage them with the shock element. Now, for our class mod, I have chosen the Legendary Siren class mod. Since there is no crit modifier on the Thunderball Fist, it does no crit damage, so I was focusing more of gun damage and cooldown rate. Not to mention that we get a lot of good points into Flicker that's gonna increase our chances to slag in the first place. So I actually reset my skill points for this, so let's go ahead and build this. We have 60% more likely to cause shock damage. We of course gonna increase our magazine size. We're gonna go ahead and do chain reaction. Not sure that's gonna work with the Thunderball Fist, but I guess we're gonna find out. We're gonna skip Cloud Kill since that kind of ruins the purpose of actually mobbing with this weapon. But we will be getting 5 points into Reaper. We're gonna skip Blight Phoenix tonight, and we're gonna go ahead and what else can we take? You know what, maybe Blight Phoenix will be a good idea. No, not really, but we have to pick something that does elemental damage for this. Of course, Ruin. And in this, since we're not doing any critical damage, I'm actually not going to put any points into that, but focus them all into Sweet Release for that legendary health regeneration. Wreck is of course a must. Restoration, nope. Elated Face Lock, yes, actually. Thank you for that. And other than that, I constantly regenerate health, and yeah, we probably should go with Scorn Ball for this. Let me just see. Accelerate probably will work wonders with the Thunderball Fist. Our suspension for our face lock, of course. Flee for movement speed, not really needed, but Converge as always. Quicken to reduces our cooldown rate of our face lock, and but not least to make the ball jump to another target once the face lock is done. There we go. That's gonna be the build I use. Let's see if that benefits the Thunderball Fist. I am gonna use a sticky longbow slag or negative grenade just to keep enemies slacked as always and get my health back. And tonight I've been chosen a Bone of the Ancients with shock damage and also cooldown rate of 39.6%. Alright. The location we've chosen has been the Bloodshot Stronghold, or now hasn't been yet, but it will be. So let's just go ahead and make sure we got enough ammo to go ahead here. We're just gonna stock up on grenades, and we basically got all the pistol ammo we need. Alright, let's see how far we can actually get with the Thunderball Fist. Let's do this. Alright, so we're gonna locate some enemies in here. Oh, they located me, so don't worry about this. Now be sure to shoot at the enemy's feet with the Thunderball Fist, since that will actually create a small orb that's gonna jump up in the air and hit the enemies with shock damage from there. Now I'm not really sure what to do with the lunatics here, since they are very resistant to shock damage, but let's see if we can actually kill this thing anyways. It does not seem like it actually. This is not going as well as I had planned. We actually can't kill the lunatic. So this is all kinds of terrible right here. Let's try with a direct hit and see how that goes. Alright, that's a little bit more like it. So direct hit actually does work on this thing, but it takes a long ass time to kill the Ironclad Lunatic. We need to get our health back ASAP, so we're gonna put out a couple of grenades there, and looks like they found a target in here, hopefully. They're gonna kill themselves, so we don't need to waste anything on those. But we're gonna go onwards to the next area. We're gonna pop one of those in there, and we're gonna face lock a Nomad Plunger. Now let's see, those direct hits actually does tremendous amount of damage, but since we can't really get that crit modifier up, it's not really that recommended though. Even though I must say I'm pretty surprised at how well the Thunderball Fist actually does kill enemies here. Well, except for the ones with shield, of course. We're gonna handle that with some direct hits. It has a hard time taking him down here. What do you know, it actually does a bit of critical hit modifier there. So maybe we should actually have built a little bit different for this. Well, this is just basic elemental damage on OP8, so let's just keep on going with this build and see how we can do. Oh, let's see if we can get someone face locked over there. There we go. Well, gets the job done, but as you can see, we already plowed through 25% of our ammo, and we are only with the second wave of the area. So ammo-wise, this is not looking good. But even though I must say that I'm not good with the Thunderball Fist, I'm kind of just spamming it to keep as much elemental damage on the enemies as possible here. It's not really working out for me. Let's try the hip fire. Everything just needs to be slagged at all times. This is no good at all. I'm actually gonna go down here, I think. Alright, I'm using a lot of grenades actually to keep my health back up here. Probably not the best showcase of this weapon since I'm not doing it justice with the way I actually shoot with it. I must say, that's pretty terrible. Alright, let's see how it handles an ultimate badass lunatic in here. See, the good thing about this is that it plows through enemy shields like in no time. So that's the good thing about this. But it has a really hard time. I got a grenade in my face there actually. Really hard time killing ultimate badasses here. And I think I'm gonna go down here actually. Yep. I actually killed myself like a dumbass there. Now, let's see if we can get up with it though. He's still slagged. So only we can kill him before he gets unslagged. Nope, he's unslagged. So, yeah. No good there. You know what? I'm gonna alter the build a little bit because I didn't think the Thunderbolt Fist would actually do critical damage. I probably should have researched this before starting this video. Wow. Now my talking abilities are also going out the drain here. You know what? Let's just go ahead and do a small little reskill set build here. Now I'm gonna reset the skill points and I'll be back in 2 seconds. And that is exactly 2 seconds. Alright, let's try and setting this up again with critical damage this time. So let's see if we can do the Thunderbolt Fist a little more justice if we actually put out some more critical damage, because it does a lot of that actually. Well, the question is, does it chain react? And yes it does, because we already saw that. Alright, so we as usual need to pop some skills into you know what, we'll take Helios this time just to try something different. There we go. The rest goes into ward and accelerate as usual, suspension, converge, yep, and quicken and subsequence. Alright, so let's see how it fares now that we have a little bit more critical damage and that we know that it does critical damage. You know what, let's just stock up on our ammo while we're here. Alright, I'm sorry, I'm very unprepared for this video actually, and maybe I should have prepared a little bit better before I started making it. But let's go back to where we lost at the badasses and see how it fares now that we can crit them. Oops, we accidentally face locked the wrong guy in there. Not exactly what I had in mind. Wow, that's wonderful, Marcia. You already failed this, didn't you? Yep, we already go down. You know what? Just pretend that didn't happen. Just pretend that didn't happen. But as you can see, even if you are like below mediocre at gunplay like I am here, you will struggle with the Thunderball Fist. I'm not saying that there is some pros out there who can do this gun more justice than I can. There probably is, and someone with a much better build for it than me. If so, I would like to hear that in the comment section. Post your build for the Thunderball Fist. What do we need to make this gun work wonders? You know what? Never mind. It does pretty much wonders right now, actually. You know, we still need to run away from that thing. Alright. He comes for us, though. Doesn't he? Yes, he does. Let's see. What happens if we crit him? Well, it doesn't exactly get the job done fast enough here. And in the midst of, you know, a crowded room of enemies, this thing will get you killed more than it will save you. Yeah, even though with the crits, it doesn't get the job done fast enough. This is no good. This is actually no good. I would not recommend this weapon for farming. As I said, maybe you have a build that's gonna do it more justice than me. But if you're just, you know, going for your casual builds, legendary cat class mod, going for that crit, no. The Thunderball Fist is not worth the hassle, and you should pick better weapons than this. I must say that on like smaller enemies, psychos, your marauders, your basic enemies, yeah, it actually does surprisingly high damage. Alright, we're gonna try one more wave before we decide if this thing is worth it or not, but so far it's gonna have to be a no from me. But it has one last chance to wow me here. The reload speed is really good on it. Hipfire is really crap though. Bone Crusher has a lot of health. Yeah. No, it's gonna have to be a no, guys. It's gonna have to be a no from this weapon. Especially when we can't see the enemies. And there we go down. Alright guys, I'm gonna have to say sorry Thunderball Fist. Sorry for those of you who love the Thunderball Fist. It is just not cutting it for a mobbing weapon. So, if you want to play around with the Thunderball Fist, I suggest you do it at least before you hit Ultimate Volt Thunder mode. You'll have a lot of fun with it on normal and maybe on True Volt Thunder mode as well. But once you hit the overpowered and Ultimate Volt Thunder mode, no, it's not gonna do you justice. So, I hope you enjoyed this little video here. I unfortunately could not recommend this Thunderball Fist, which you recommended me to mob with. I tried my best here, but I just can't get it to work, guys. Alright, I'm sorry. Thanks a lot for watching though, and I'd like to hear in the comment section, what weapon do you want me to mob with next? Alright, I'd like to hear your suggestions, and I like to say thanks a lot for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you on the next one. Have a nice evening, guys. Goodbye.